Washington County, what's poppin'? That's a little pun, because today I have a guest with whom I'll be talking about popcorn. And if there's anything I enjoy more than telling a joke, it's explaining it. It just makes it so much funnier. This week, Mark Laufenberg of Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn in downtown West Bend pops in to talk about their store, how they got started, and what makes Laughing Mountain's popcorn stand apart from the rest. A little note, we recorded this episode a couple of days before the city of West Bend made the announcement that they were opening downtown 10 days ahead of schedule. I had an inkling that they were going to do that, but I didn't want to jinx it. So there are a few points within the interview where we talk about the road being open soon, but I assure you, the road is open now, and it's glorious. And with that, here are 15 minutes on Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn with Mark Laufenberg on 15 Minutes with Fuzz. Mark, thanks for coming in today. Can you tell us a bit about Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn and how you got started in the popcorn business?
Absolutely. This is actually our 9th year in business, and we started in 2015. We basically came about from a family recipe of caramel corn.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just something you guys used to make, and then...
Well, actually, my oldest son used to make it.
Okay.
He would make it in the house, and then he went off to college. He started making it at Christmas time and sending it to friends and professors, and I thought, what am I doing here? And some friends had brought us some popcorn from a major competitor. It was stale by the time it got to us because they got it to us 2 days later.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what? Maybe this is something we should investigate.
Great. And so Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn was born.
Yeah, kind of in a kitchen.
Kind of in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Perfect. What inspired your son to get started with popcorn? Just something he wanted to try, or was there?
No, it was a family recipe handed down from his grandfather.
Okay.
And he was probably 13, 14 years old making it at home, and we all enjoyed it like anybody would, and it just kind of went from there.
What were you doing career-wise prior to starting Laughing Mountain?
Before Laughing Mountain, we had another service-based business. We owned a residential cleaning service.
Okay.
And we did that for 27 years.
Yeah, wow, okay. How's that transition going from that residential cleaning business into a retail process kind of, and more, went from service to products, right?
It was amazing. First of all, for 3 years, I continued to do both. I would work the service-based business in the morning and then show up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and work this. Best part about it was we found out in a very short amount of time that people liked what we did.
Sure.
Yeah. Little different than the service base.
Yeah, definitely. It goes from something you need to something you want, right?
Absolutely.
West Bend has obviously been going through some significant downtown Main Street reconstruction project work. While we're recording this, they've already laid the asphalt, and it might actually be open sooner. We don't know, but might be open before this episode comes out. Or if not, it'll be shortly after. So that said, how has your business had to change during this reconstruction?
We had a lot of different ideas early on. We actually looked at buying a trailer, going off-site to certain events and things like that. That didn't pan out, but we offered free delivery locally. We offered curbside pickup up by the shelter up there. Mm-hmm. We also have an online presence. So we kind of tried to combat it in 3 different ways.
Are you guys participants in the farmers market as well, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was one of the things we realized we had to do. We've done a lot more off-site things this year.
Sure, definitely. So now that it's coming around, I guess you're looking forward to some more foot traffic, right?
Some more foot traffic would be great.
All right. I love the name Laughing Mountain. Where does that name come from?
Well, it's kind of long and drawn out, sort of. Laughing Mountain is an interpretation of our German last name, Laufenberg.
Oh, okay.
So when we met with our first digital media guy, he was like, yeah, that's great. We like the name. Technically doesn't mean that. And we were like, what do you mean? He goes, well, running hills, running mountain. We're like, you know what? Laughing Mountain sounds good. We're going to stay with it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes, exactly. So Laufenberg, all right, I get where that goes.
Yeah.
I have limited babble and high school education in German, so I can put that together. See, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
What sets Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn apart from other gourmet popcorns? What makes it special?
What makes us special is in popcorn, you can do things two different ways. You can make things or you can use predetermined recipes. While we do use some predetermined recipes, we make a lot of special products. One of the most popular things we sell in the store, it's called Matterhorn Mudslide, and it's like Puppy Chow or Muddy Buddies. Well, that's something my wife came up with, and she comes up with some of the greatest ideas at 3 a.m.
Honey, write this down.
Yeah.
Do you go to like flavor conferences or other like popcorn con or anything like that?
We've been to a couple of gold medal things.
Okay.
You don't get a lot of creativity from that as far as flavors. So, I mean, we have a caramel apple ciders in the store right now. That came from a neighbor 2 doors down from us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of like sourcing the popcorn, how do you find what popcorn, like the actual kernels and such to put into your recipes?
Over the years, we did change when we first started. We used 2 different kinds, but now we're currently using one style of popcorn for both our sweets and our savories.
How much time do you spend popping corn and actually hearing corn pop throughout your day? Is that just kind of a constant?
No, actually what we do is we try to take one day and pop all the corn that we need to pop that day.
Okay.
Because then it has to be turned into cheese corn or caramel corn or, we coat a lot of our popcorns with chocolate.
We mentioned like caramel apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
What other kind of seasonal flavors do you have at Laughing Mountain?
Well, we're coming upon the Christmas season. So one of the ones that's been very popular for us all these years has been a frosted peppermint. And that's pretty much a white chocolate with vanilla sugar.
Okay.
We've done gingerbread cookie. That's very popular. And we have one that's called a Grinchy mix, which is a green apple and red cherry with some dehydrated marshmallows, and extremely popular as well.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. You said you have an online presence, right? Can people buy your popcorn and ship it to family and such?
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. And obviously it makes a great gift. Here at Epic, I know when we have new employees, we always go and buy popcorn. That's one of the things that they put on their desks.
You guys have been great.
Oh, perfect. Great. Thank you. People love it. People love receiving popcorn, especially special flavors of popcorn, whether it's on the holidays, for, anniversaries, those kind of things. So makes a great gift. I'm selling this for you, Mark.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We could use some help.
What do you enjoy the most about owning a gourmet popcorn enterprise?
It's the people. The people that come through the door, the special events that go on downtown. One of my favorite events is the car show.
Mm-hmm.
For 8 years, it's been downtown here right in front of our store. And you see people from all over. And it's just a great time. People are in good mood when they come in the store. And it just makes you feel good that, people like what you do.
Well, if somebody wants to try some gourmet popcorn from Laughing Mountain, if they want to buy a whole bunch and support a local business, what's the best way, in terms of online, social media, your store hours and such?
Well, we're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 6, Saturdays currently 10 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to do something like that is come on into the store.
Okay.
My wife is very good at talking to people about what they need specifically. And everybody's got a little bit different, thing that they're looking for. Doing it online, if you know what you're looking for and you can do that, that's great. But, we like the interaction as well.
Sure. And where are you located in West Bend?
We're located at 148 North Main Street,
okay,
right across from Sal's Pizza.
All right, right across from Sal's Pizza. Stop in, Laughing Mountain Gourmet Popcorn. Mark, I'm looking forward to the road being open for you and for all the other businesses downtown. And I encourage everybody to go support all of those businesses as frequently and often and as much as you can.
Been a long summer.
I'm sure it has. So I hope you have a great Christmas or fall into Christmas season. And I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks again to Mark Laufenberg at Laughing Mountain Popcorn in downtown West Bend for joining me on this week's episode of 15 Minutes with Fuzz. Again, downtown West Bend is now open. And I encourage you to shop downtown businesses like Mark's and all of the others who are getting things back up and running. And just like when we came out of the COVID lockdowns, please have patience with these businesses as they get themselves back up to full speed. If you have an idea for a guest, please reach out. You can email me 15withfuzz@gmail.com. That's 15 spelled out. withfuzz@gmail.com or go to the form at fuzz.cc/guest. That's fuzz.cc/guest. New episodes drop on Tuesdays. I appreciate you listening, and I'll talk to you next week right here on 15 Minutes with Fuzz.